Dzień dobry from a very grey and overcast Warsaw. I was out and about last night and it was very busy, and today it looks very quiet, so let's just see what the old town's like. Off to a nice start. It's not actually that old because Warsaw was completely destroyed during World War II. It was completely flattened, the whole city. They literally rebuilt the whole city brick by brick to make it look pretty much exactly as it had done before. So all this was all gone. It was flattened, it was rubble, and they rebuilt it all. Right, so this is a common meeting spot in Warsaw, as you can see why. It's right in the middle of the square. Sigismund's column. Who's this guy over here? Let's go and check this guy out. So there's an architect. It says here is the architect of the rebuilt Warsaw. Zakvatowicz. Jan Zakvatowicz. No, Jan Zakvatowicz. So I'm presuming he was a big player in the plan to rebuild the city after it was destroyed. Didn't do a bad job, did it? Might be coming back for some of this later. It's all the traditional food. It's a place called Zapiatsek. So we've got pierogi, Polish croquettes, beetroot soup. This is what I'm after. I've not had this yet on this trip. Zurich. It's a sour rye soup, and even comes with a lovely sausage. Although I don't know how much that is because it says it's what, 12 zloty for 100 gram. So it might not be that expensive. I don't know how heavy they are. They are bloody big. Goulash. Ooh. This is the Old Town Market Square then. As you can see, all the buildings were kind of restored in the old style. Incredible to think that all of this was completely flattened, and where we stood now would have just been rubble. So tucked away in the old town is this the Old Town Wishing Bell, which has quite a tragic legend associated with it, involving a guy who fell in love with a girl but had a rival, and the rival decided to poison him, and he died at the same time as the bell last rang out. And the guy who killed him didn't get the girl. She became a nun because she was in love with the guy who had been killed. So she became a nun, and the murderer went insane and killed himself. And apparently if you walk around it and make a wish and touch the bell, your wish will come true. So these are the old defence walls of the castle. Again, was destroyed and had to be reconstructed. So just some information on the entrance there. It was gives you the history of the church, which is it's been here since like the 1200s. It was bombed by the Germans in 1944, and 1,000 people died under the rubble. It was rebuilt in 1949. 1,000 people just there. So a little history about this place. During the war, the nuns who had been here for 250 years decided to turn the cellars into a hospital and perform surgeries in there. in 1944 on August the 31st. Bombs fell on the church, killed 34 nuns, 4 priests, 15 orphans, 3 insurgents and approximately 1,000 civilians. This is how it looked in 1858. This is how it looked in 1945. So despite the fact that it was all bombed and in ruins, people would still meet for religious services. And this is where the rebuild began. So they already started rebuilding it in 1945. Let's go and have a look inside then. Closed. Right, I think that's it for the old town. Can't believe how quiet it is. It's just literally hardly anyone around at all. Yeah, so if you're in Warsaw, you have to check out the old town. It's a beautiful part of the city. It's incredible that the whole place was completely rebuilt after World War II, and as you saw, just a couple of the churches that we looked at, each of them had like 1,000 people buried under the rubble, you know, and that's just in each church. So yeah, the amount of people that died here and the kind of rebuilding that must have gone on after World War II is just incredible, and it's a testament to that Polish spirit. Probably the end of that vlog, so I'll see you in the next one, wherever that is.